Today we're going to talk about the qualifying questions section of the Lease-Hawk TPA analysis. Qualifying questions help us determine if we have an apartment that meets our prospects' stated needs. This helps ensure that we get the most qualified prospects out to take a tour. After all, we're busy enough. We don't want to waste our time or our prospects' time when we're trying to determine if we actually have an apartment that meets their needs. The qualifying questions section of this analysis actually only has 6 questions. The last question here is just a data point. Leasing professional determines that the caller is not qualified due to price, pet, lack of ability, school district, etc. Remember in Lease-Hawk that Lease-Hawk actually stops grading once you've disqualified a call. So for example, if you ask the caller how many bedrooms they're looking for and you only have 2 bedrooms, but they need a 4-bedroom, you would politely end the call and Lease-Hawk would stop grading. So let's start by talking about the first question. Leasing professional attempts to determine the advertising source, or caller volunteers the advertising source. You'll notice that this question is worth 0 points, and that's because we already know what advertising source they're using to contact us because we're collecting that data from Lease-Hawk. At the same time, we know that prospects are using multiple advertising sources in their apartment search, and so it's great for us to have that information. Remember, when you ask this question, don't be vague. If the prospect says that they found you on the internet, make sure that you drill down. Ask them if they did a Google search or a Yahoo search. Ask them what link they clicked on. Ask them the color of the website. This way, we're getting the most accurate information so that we can make better advertising decisions. The next question is, leasing professional attempts to determine why the caller is moving, or caller volunteers why they are moving. This is the question that really starts to build your relationship with the prospect. We know that lots of prospects are moving because they have problems with their current apartment, either with maintenance, availability, or size. And so this is your opportunity to start the sales process and explain to the prospect how your community represents a solution. It's as simple as asking, what brings you to our community? And then responding to whatever the prospect says. The next question is, leasing professional attempts to determine the number of bedrooms needed, or caller volunteers the number of bedrooms needed. This is an easy question. All we have to do is say, how many bedrooms are you interested in? The next question is, leasing professional attempts to determine when the apartment is needed, or caller volunteers when the apartment is needed. In this question, we can really start to build urgency. I like to ask, how quickly do you need to move in? Or how quickly did you need the apartment? This starts to get the prospect thinking about a sooner move-in date. Now, we can ask about lease term. LRO allows us to offer flexibility when it comes to the apartment lease term. So it's always nice to say, are you looking for a 12-month lease? This lets the prospect know that although you have 12-month leases, you may have other options available for them. Prospects like choice, and this question is all about choice. The final question is about pets. Leasing professional inquires if the caller has pets, or caller asks if the community accepts pets. People love their pets, and oftentimes we use this question in kind of with a negative connotation. What we should say is, are you bringing any pets with you? At Landmark Apartments, we're a very pet-friendly community, and we'd love to see your furry friend with you. Make it exciting, make it fun, and truly make the prospect feel like their pets are welcome. But don't forget that oftentimes our communities do have pet restrictions. So if your prospect says that they're bringing a pet along with them, make sure it meets your apartment community's guidelines. My other tip is, ask the pet's name. I personally love talking about my pets, and when you ask about my pet's names, well, I immediately like you. This establishes rapport, and it also gives you a heads up when the prospect comes in to take a tour that you can ask about their pets and use their pets' names. That personalizes the tour even more, and I guarantee you'll be one of the only communities that does it.